So before we get too far into this, you may be asking who I am and how do I fit into all this. Well, I'm Tyler Blake. I'm a fitness coach. I train busy working professionals locally and online all over the world. I'm a very busy dad of 6 kids. Yes, I do have 6 kids. And I'm not any different than most. Life caught up with me. I found myself 45 to 50 pounds overweight. And the purpose of telling you this, I want to give you a little background on how this almost destroyed me mentally and broke my spirit. To do this, I need to take you back in time a little bit. This is me getting my first weight set when I was 11 or 12. I was super proud of it. And as I grew up, I was mentored by a few gym buffs, old school martial arts guys. I was taught the old school method of doing 3 or 4 sets of 10 reps. A good workout always lasted 2 hours plus. We hardly ever did any cardio, and we primarily targeted the big muscles to get big and buff, not really taking mobility or athletic movement into consideration. Surprisingly, this is still pretty common today. So moving on, I grew up doing sports. I was very active. I played football, basketball, track. I did a little bit of martial arts, and even into my college days, I was pretty fit. So body fat and weight issues were never a problem for me, but life went on. I started a family, a career, and at this point, I certainly didn't have time to spend 2 or 3 hours at the gym anymore. And as my life and my career got busier and busier, I found myself getting bigger and certainly not in a good way. As time went on, I started getting more and more out of shape. My confidence started progressively going down, and it got to the point where I just didn't feel good about myself anymore. But I tried to fake it. I kept going on as is. I tried to hide my fat under loose clothing, hoping no one would notice. And I don't know if this is common or not, but in my mind, it was working. I hit the gym every once in a while when time allowed. And as my kids got older, I found it harder and harder to keep up. Physically, I was a mess. I couldn't keep up with work or my kids. I couldn't move like I used to, and I was absolutely miserable. So the day came where enough was enough. I felt like I was going to go into deep depression, have a heart attack or something. My health was failing, and I absolutely knew it. So one day came where I decided I had to make a change. So I thought I would start with running. That was something I was familiar with. I felt like this was something I could do for sure. So I drove down to the track where I had played sports my whole life. I was ready for a new me. I was ready to turn everything around. Well, to make a long story short, I couldn't even make it around the track once. And at this time, in my mind, I thought this was it. I thought this was going to be the life I was going to have to settle for. I felt like I'd seen my best days, and it's all downhill from here. Crushing my mind and my soul, thinking I was going to be limited to the activities that I could do, and that I was going to have to live with this awful looking body for the rest of my life, knowing chances were it was only going to get worse. And I know you're probably thinking I'm just being a little bit dramatic to sell a story, but I promise you in my mind, it was even worse than this.